147.
So we going through the same thing.
You out here just leaving work and there's snow on top of the mountains. It didn't snow anywhere else but on top of those mountains.
It's the most high.
Nice and clear, beautiful. All praises.
Sinai.
And it's not even cold out here really. It's nice. The weather is nice. It's not too bad. It was like in the 70s all week long, to be honest with you. Right now, it's like in the 50s. Say Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom, King. Kings and queens.
Come. Alright.
Doesn't pop up on. What's your nationality? Not on there, bro. What are you? Catholic. I said, what's your nationality? Not your religion. I ain't got no religion. You just said Catholic.
Bruh, oh my, which one is it?
What is your nationality? That's what I'm asking. I don't want to know your religion. I don't care about
religion.
religion. What's your
Caucasian,
nationality?
Hispanic,
Where
or
you
something?
from? Oh, that's my bad.
Your father's Hispanic.
Yeah. From where? Sinaloa, Mexico. Mexico? Yep. Okay. So you would be a descendant of what, Aztecs or Mayans? Aztecs? All right. This would be you right here. Issachar. Issachar. That's you, according to the scriptures. You are a child of Israel. My whole thing, what we out here teaching is that Christ came and died for you. He didn't die for everybody. He didn't die for everybody. You can easily prove that in the Bible. He died for you, for these people right here. You feel what I'm saying? And what we need to do as a people is come back to him. The reason why stuff like this happened, when the conquistadors came over here, you know how they used to burn 13 people alive? Burn them alive to try to force them into Christianity. They used to cut the hands off the children and make them wear. Exactly. You know about all that. So why would you call yourself Catholic? They're the ones who did that to you. You know the Bible don't teach anything about religion. It teaches nationality, not religion. It teaches nationality and laws. The Most High only dealt with the children of Israel. Give me on Psalms chapter 147. What I had to know all the time, right? You can play the song. You got that there. Give me Psalms chapter 147, verse 19. Read that again. The whole reason why we went through this, why smallpox, right? Read on. The slave trade.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19. He showed his word unto Jacob.
Most High shows his word unto Jacob. You know who Jacob is? Jacob is the father of Israel. So a lot of times when we're talking about Israelites, they'll call him Jacob. Read.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
Statutes and judgments, his laws, he showed to Israel. Children of Israel. That's these people right here. Right? Read.
He have not dealt so with any other nation.
He have not dealt so with any other nation. That's showing he don't deal with religion, because religion, you could take anybody. The Most High is not taking, the Most High is not taking anybody. He wants Israel and Israel only. Right, read?
And as for his judgments, they have not known them.
And for his judgments, they have not known him. The other nations don't know his judgments. We know his judgments. This was his judgment. This right here was his judgment. This right here was his judgment, because we didn't want to listen to what he said. Give me on Amos chapter 3, verse 1 and 2. Verse 1 and 2.
Amos chapter 1, chapter 3, verse 2. the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoke against you, O children of Israel.
So he's saying, hear this word that the Most High spoke against the children of Israel, right? Read.
Against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt.
The whole family, that's all 12 tribes. You see all these people here, right? You gotta think, look at all the stuff that happened to these people. These people alone, nobody in the world went through half the stuff we went through. You feel what I'm saying? So he's saying, hear what he spoke against us, the whole family which he brought out of the land of Egypt. Read.
You only have I known of all the families of the earth.
We are the only ones he ever knew. We're his children. He constantly calls us his children. So let me ask you, you got any children?
Yeah.
You got a child? With a boy or a girl?
Girl.
A girl? Now, how old?
1 month.
1 month. She's still young. But let me ask you this. Now, you can just picture how she will be when she get older, right? Let's say, for instance, God forbid, you see her hanging around people you don't want her hanging around. You feel what I'm saying? Or doing something you don't want her to be doing. What are you gonna punish just her, or you gonna punish her and everybody that she with? You gonna punish everybody she's with? How you gonna do that?
Well, everybody trying to
Nah, I mean, it's your daughter. Everybody else ain't your daughter. So you gonna grab your daughter up? I told you don't be around these people. You gonna spank her, you know? Yeah, you gonna spank her and all that. You're not gonna do that with them other kids. Those are not your kids, right? That's how the Most High felt. He said, we are the only ones he knew, right? Read.
I will punish you for all your iniquities.
Therefore, he punished us for our iniquities. He punished us. This was a punishment. This was a punishment. This was a punishment. That was our punishment for our iniquities. Give me Daniel chapter 7 verse 12.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 12. As concerning the rest of the beasts,
Slack it. 9 verse 12.
slack it, 9.
That was good.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 9, verse 7.
9 verse 12.
Slack it. Verse 12. And he have confirmed his words, which he has spake against us.
Now the Most High, this is Daniel praying. He's saying, the Most High confirmed his words. We keep all his laws, statutes, commandments, and he's going to put us above everybody. We'll rule. When you think about it, look at boxing. Who dominates boxing?
At the moment or in general?
In general, point blank period. Mexicans
Oh,
and blacks, right? They
barely see
dominate.
anybody.
They dominate boxing. Or you could say really all of them, because there's some Puerto Ricans in there, Haitians, Jamaicans, and all that. But as for the most part, Mexicans and blacks dominate boxing. All sports you could think of. Blacks and Latinos. Blacks and Latinos are the best at everything. When it comes to music, our style of dress, everything about us. Everybody wants to be just like these 12 tribes. You feel what I'm saying? We are the best. But why are we on the bottom?
What is happening over here?
The Most High said, the Most High told us that if we didn't listen, that we'll be on the bottom. He said, we listen, we'll be on the top. If we don't listen, we'll be on the bottom. You feel what I'm saying? That's why we on the bottom right now. He said he confirmed his words, we don't.
Which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us by bringing upon us a great evil.
And he brought upon us a great evil because we didn't listen, right? Read.
For under the whole heavens have not been done as have been done upon Jerusalem.
Under the whole heavens, nobody has seen anything worse than this. No other nation went through anything as bad as that. You know y'all was on slave ships also, right?
yeah.
You know, when they came over here, they used to ship you out of Spain and in the islands and so on and so forth.
Pretty much the same thing.
Same exact thing that happened to the blacks, so-called blacks, happened to the Native Americans, happened to the Latinos. Same exact things, constantly. Give me Deuteronomy 28, baby. 28, we're gonna start at 28 verse 1, and then we're gonna jump to 15. Deuteronomy 28, yeah, verse 1. Same exact thing. Y'all was lynched. I seen so many pictures of Mexicans hanging right up next to black people on the same tree. Signs back in the days that says no niggas, no Mexicans, no dogs. You feel what I'm saying? This is how they looked at our people.
They never loved us.
They never liked it, exactly. But what we need to do, the reason why we're in this condition, this is the whole point I'm trying to make. The reason why we're in this condition is because we didn't listen in the first place. We have ourselves to blame. If we listened to the Most High,
Then we would have been tough.
exactly, we wouldn't have to worry about none of this. We wouldn't have went through this.
We would have had enough power.
We would have, they
More
couldn't,
power.
they would have been too scared to even try anything. Right? Read that for me.
That's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1, chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and do all his commandments, which I commanded thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
You hear that, right? He said he's going to set us on high above all nations of the earth if we listen. If we listen. Exactly. That was a key point. If we listen, he'll set us on high above all nations of the earth. Read.
And all these blessings shall come on thee,
And all blessings will come upon us. Right?
and overtake thee,
Read.
if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
We hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. Now jump down to 15.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15.
Read.
But it shall come to pass, if those will not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I commanded thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
And he said, if we don't listen, all these curses shall come upon us and overtake us. And that's exactly what happened. All these curses, everything that happened to us, you'll read about in Deuteronomy 28. Here, read on.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
We curse in the city to this day. Our people get gunned down by police. You know, statistically, we see a lot of black people dying on TV by police, right? But you know, statistically, Latinos get killed more than black people by police. They don't really show that on TV.
They show
But
black.
yeah, but statistically, y'all get killed more by police. All that is a curse that was put upon us because we didn't listen. We're cursed in the city. We're cursed in the field. We was cursed in that cotton field, the sugarcane field, and the mines, the coffee field, so on and so forth. Right? Read.
Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
Curse is our basket and our store. We can't, no matter what we try to do, we can't really get up. We can't really get up unless we pretty much sell our soul. We can't get up. We stuck on the bottom. Right?
It's been
Read.
too long now, bro.
It's too long.
Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy land.
And our kids are cursed. The fruit of our body, the fruit of our land is cursed. Read.
The increase of thy not of thy kin, and the flocks of thy sheep.
Okay, jump down to 29.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 29. And thou shalt grope at noonday as the vine grope in darkness. And thou shalt not prosper in any thy way.
We're not prospering in our way. We're trying to find out, damn, how I'm gonna get up out of this, how I'm gonna get out the projects, how I'm gonna get out of this hellhole. What can I do? We always thinking every day, but we can't find, but we're not prospering. We're not prospering as a people, right? We don't,
And thou shalt be oppressed and spoiled even more.
and we repress and spoil evermore. Constantly oppress and spoil, we don't.
And no man shall save thee.
Read.
Thou shalt brought a wife,
We shall betroth a wife.
and another man shall lie with her.
Now that happened during slavery times, and that's happening now. They used to take and rape our women. We know this. They did that. They was known for that, especially when Columbus came to the side, the conquistadors, when the French came to Haiti, when the English came over here, they was known for raping and pillaging. And that even goes on to this day because you know what do our people push? In music, in rap music, you hear it a lot. Well, I had your girl. I mean, that's everybody's girl now. Like, they push that. That's wicked.
God.
That's wicked as hell. But that's something that's pushed, right? Read.
Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein.
And we all built our slave master's house and did not dwell in. You know, slaves built the White House. You know about that, right? They not dwelling in it. Right? Read.
And thou shalt not, I'm slacking. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes thereof.
And that goes back into us picking the cotton fields, the soybean, the coffee bean, the sugar cane, all the stuff that they had us doing during slavery. He had no joy in it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, jump down to 48 real quick.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shall thou serve thine enemy.
He said, Most High said, and it shows that the Most High don't deal with everybody. He said we're gonna serve our enemies. Why he ain't say we're gonna just serve our brother, a friend, or something like that? We're gonna serve our enemies. The Most High don't want everybody together. He said we're gonna serve our enemies, read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
That he sent against us because we didn't listen. So he sent them against us, read.
In hunger and in thirst.
In hunger and in thirst. If you hungry, where do you go to get food? McDonald's? Do you own McDonald's? Do a black man own McDonald's? Do a Mexican man own McDonald's? Who owns McDonald's? Exactly. When you hungry, you want to get something to eat, whether it's the grocery stores or anything, you got to go to them. They own the farms. They own everything. You want water. You got to pay for water nowadays. Something that comes out of the sky for free, we got to pay for it. And who we paying for it? Exactly. Right? He said we're going to serve our enemies in hunger and thirst. And you see this is not our words. This is coming straight out the Bible. We'll serve our enemies in hunger and in thirst. Read.
And in nakedness.
And in nakedness.
Bring
if
it
you
out.
want clothes, you got to go to them. Right? If you want to make your own clothes, you got to go to them for the fabric. Right? Read.
And in all, and in want of all things.
And in the want of all things. You want to drive, you got to go to them to get a license. You want to get married, something between you and God, you, your wife, and God. They make you go to them and pay them for it. You know what I'm saying? You want of all things.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Well, that's how we brother. A yoke of iron around our neck. That happened to the Aztecs. That happened to the Mayans. That happened to the Incas. That happened to all the Native Americans here. That happened to all the Negroes that was brought over here in slavery. They had the yoke of iron around their neck. That's something for our people, right?
Until he have destroyed thee.
And he destroyed us as a people. Because guess what? We don't even remember our old language. We can't speak our own language. We don't know our own customs. We lost all that. You just called yourself Mexican. Your ancestors wasn't calling themselves Mexican. You know what I'm saying? Our people call themselves black or Native American Indians. We wasn't calling ourselves that. We were destroyed as a people. They destroyed the people.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth.
And when they came over here from the end of the earth, right? Come from Spain, Portugal, England, all them places. They came from all the way at the other end of the earth to over here. As what?
As swift as the eagle's fleet.
As swift as the eagle's flight.
Flag.
As swift as an eagle flight. Now, an eagle. What's America's mascot? The eagle, right? The eagle. Spain. You know what their mascot was during the time of the slave trade and all that? The eagle. Rome was the eagle. Greece was the eagle. Germany was the eagle. France was the eagle. All of them had the eagle as their mascot. All of them. Every last one. You feel what I'm saying? Most High showing you, he giving you keys on who he's talking about. Right?
The nations whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Because you didn't know Spanish when they came over here. You didn't know English when they came over here. None of these languages. You spoke a pure language. You know about the Lost Salona Stone? What? The Lost Salona Stone. You heard about it? You know what it is? That said 10 Commandments, written in Paleo Hebrew. You gotta look this up. Look this up, brother. When you get a chance. Or you can do it now. You can do it now if you want. Lost Salona Stone was the 10 Commandments written in Paleo Hebrew. That's the language you spoke. The Lashawan Kodash, the Holy Tongue. Read.
A nation of fierce countenance,
Fierce countenance, read.
which shall not regard the person of the old,
They didn't care about how old you was. They had people working in the fields till they died, right? Read.
nor show favor to the young.
Nor show favor to the young. I seen a picture of like a kid had to be about 2-3 years old picking cotton. He had a bag around him and all that picking cotton. No more than 3 years old. Right? Read.
And he shall
Got
eat
it
the
for him?
fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land until thou be destroyed.
And he ate the fruit of the cattle, fruit of the land. You see that, right?
Yeah.
Read.
It's like, and he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land until thou be destroyed.
Read.
Which also shall not leave thee either corn, wine, or oil.
Yo, this place over here was like a paradise. They say it was so many fish in the water, you just stick your hand in it and you'll come up with fish. Fruits, everything grown, no problem. It was beautiful over here. They came over here and destroyed everything. Destroyed everything. There was no way you could starve over here. Now you can't. Where's the fruit trees at? You feel what I'm saying? Where the fruit trees at? Where all the fish at? It's crazy. Read.
Or the increase of thy kin, or flocks,
Read.
of thy sheep until he have destroyed thee.
Jump down on 54.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you,
Now this is something that you're gonna see going on right now to this day. Read.
and very delicate,
Now the man that's tender among you and very delicate. That's basically meaning like we had love for each other. We had brotherly love for each other. We looked out for each other. You know what I'm saying? We was very tender for our brothers, right? Read.
his eyes shall be evil towards his brother.
Now our eyes are evil towards our brothers. Not only is it black against Mexican, it's Mexican against Mexican, blacks against blacks. You feel what I'm saying? We all fighting each other. But when it comes to a white man, most of the time we say, you can't talk to them like that. But we quick to fight each other. You feel what I'm saying? All these people here, look at that. And tell me if I'm wrong. These people right here are quick to fight each other. But they don't want you fighting a white man. They don't want you talking bad about a white man because they love their oppressor that much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he said, the Most High said, what? This is a curse that was put upon our people. Read that again.
So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate,
Man, tender among us, very delicate, read.
his eyes shall be evil towards his brother.
Now our eyes are evil towards our brother. This is a curse that was put upon us. Imagine if we stood together. All these tribes right here, imagine if they all stood together and rose up. Can't nobody stop us. Can't nobody stop us. Right, read?
And towards the wife of his bosom.
And towards the white flower bosom, which we have problems with our, now we got broken homes. We have a lot of fighting between man and woman, right? Read.
And towards the remnant of his children,
And towards the remnant of his children, right? Read.
which he shall lead.
Now tell me that don't play our communities. How many of our people grow up not knowing their father? That's only our communities, you know that, right? That's not dealing, white people don't really have that problem. Chinese people don't have that problem. Africans is not having that problem. It's these people right here that's having that problem. That's a curse put upon our people. Right? Read on.
So that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children, whom he shall.
Jump to the next one.
Verse 56. Flag it. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 56. The tender and the delicate woman among you.
And it's not just a man, it's a woman also. Because the women they going buck wild nowadays. You see, I see a whole bunch of videos, women giving their kids weed to smoke, kids in diapers, smoking weed. Yeah, they bugging out. It's our people is going through some ridiculous. Read on.
Which will not venture to set the sole of her foot upon the ground.
And it shows how delicate, how princess-like our women was. Like they shouldn't even have to walk if they don't want to. They're princesses according to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't have to set their foot. They shouldn't have to. But they do now. You feel what I'm saying? That's a curse. Most High called them princesses. You feel what I'm saying? Read on.
For delicateness and tenderness, her eyes shall be evil towards her husband.
Now her eye is evil towards her husband. A woman would never talk back in the day, so. But now it's a demon going around. It's hard for them not to. Yeah, read.
Of her bosom, and towards her son, and towards her daughter.
And it's actually going in on her children. Women call their kids all out there now. Cursing them out crazy. Like they somebody just in the street.
everybody else and says they're on the kids.
Exactly. I know you see this. Read.
And towards her young one that cometh out from between her feet,
Read.
and towards her children, what she shall bear, for she shall eat them for what? For she shall eat them for want of all things.
You jump down to 64.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse. Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Now the Most High said He's going to bring us into Egypt again with ships. Exodus chapter 20, verse 2. See, Egypt, out of the Hebrew mind state, right? Egypt, you gotta remember, they just came out of Egypt when He gave them these laws. Egypt was considered the house of bondage. So when you say Egypt, they think it's slavery. All right, read that.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which hath brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So Egypt is it's the same thing as the house of bondage. So you say Egypt, they think it's slavery automatically, right? Go back to 68.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So He's saying, I'm going to bring you to Egypt. I'm going to bring you into bondage. I'm going to bring you into slavery again with ships. Now the land of Egypt and the land of Israel is right there. You can walk. They walked out of Egypt into Israel. You don't have to take no ships. Most I say He's going to do that again with ships. What people went into slavery on ships? Not just Mexicans, blacks, all these people. Every last one of them. The Dominicans, Panamanians, all of them went into slavery in ships. Every single one of those went to slavery in ships. You know what I'm saying? All of them went to slavery in ships, whether it was to the islands, to Spain and Portugal, or to over on this side. Right? Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Most High told us that we were not going to slavery in the land of Egypt again. So we didn't have to worry about that. Most High was
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
there we were sold to our enemies for slave men and slave women. Read.
And no man shall buy you.
Buying meaning redeem. No man will redeem us. Give me Revelation chapter 18, verse 8. Real quick. And no man will redeem us. So right now we still in this modern day Egypt, this spiritual Egypt, that the scriptures call that. It backs that all up. Revelation 18, verse 8.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day.
11 verse 8. Stop.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of the great city.
Now their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of the great city. That's the daughter of Babylon. This place, I know you heard reggae music call this place Babylon and all that. Scriptures call it Babylon. That's where they get it. That great city Babylon, read.
Which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
Spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Why Sodom? Because of all that homosexuality that's going on over there. That's wicked according to the Most High. This place is known. They made it lawful for two men to get married, two women to get married. The Most High hates that. He hates that. We call this place Sodom, spiritually called Sodom in Egypt. Egypt because of this right here. Because of all this that I had now people went through. Right?
Where also our Lord was crucified.
But also our Lord was crucified. See, everything that's going on with us from before then to now is all happening. It was all prophesied about in Scripture. Give me Zechariah chapter 11 verse 4. Nah, you ain't right, bro. Zechariah 11 verse 4. Everything that's going on with our people is in this Bible. Every single thing you could think of. You know what I'm saying? How we getting gunned down by police, how we pack the prison cell. It's all in these books. All in here. That's how I prove that this Bible is real. This is a book of God. You know what I'm saying? Zechariah chapter 11.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 4. Thus said the Lord my God, feed the flock of the slaughtered.
Most High said, feed the flock of the slaughtered. We was already talking about how our people's getting slaughtered to this day. Police gunning us down and nothing's happening. They get caught on camera, what have you. They get paid time off. You know what I'm saying? Get a little vacation. Yeah, a little pet. Let's see. Read.
Whose possessors slay them.
Our possessors are slaves.
And hold them.
Read on.
And hold themselves not guilty.
And they hold themselves not guilty. That's exactly what's happening. Every time they kill one of us and they get off scot-free, they hold themselves not guilty. They get acquitted for that. Every single time. Read.
And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich.
And that's something they're quick to say, right? God bless America. Ain't they quick to say that? Hold up the American flag. Make America great again. You know what I mean? That's showing how they think of our people. Read.
And their own shepherds pity them not.
And our own shepherds pity us not. That means our leaders, our so-called leaders, are not helping us out one bit. What they in it for is for the money. They're our leaders for the money. They're not trying to help us. They're not trying to get us out of these situations at all. Right? Give me Isaiah 42:22. Isaiah 42, verse 22. Everything about our people is in the scripture.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 42, verse 22.
Read.
But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
We are people robbed and spoiled. We're robbed by our language, our nationality. They got us calling themselves everything other than children of Israel. We don't speak our real language, Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? We're robbed of everything. Even the land that we had was taken from us. They saying, yo, Mexicans can't be over here now. How they gonna say that? And it was your land. All this land, California was part of Mexico. Texas was part of Mexico. And now they saying, they want to build a wall, so on and so forth. Like, what sense does that make? How you do that? Huh? We are the children of Israel. We out here waking our people up. What's your nationality?
I'm American.
You're American?
You're from Israel?
Yeah, my people are from Israel. These are the children of Israel, the real children of Israel right here.
So, are you an Israeli citizen or
No,
Palestinian citizen?
no, I'm an Israelite
Yeah,
by
I get what it
birth.
means.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Have
Israelite by
you been
birth.
to Israel before?
No, I haven't.
Would you ever?
I am going
When are you going?
soon.
Really?
Very soon.
I'm going to Israel in
third eye or
March.
something like that.
What's your nationality? You
Yeah,
said
in a
American?
way, in a way.
A so-called Caucasian?
Yeah,
Basically?
more to be wise.
Okay. You shouldn't even go there. To be honest with you, that's my land. That got nothing to do with you, that land. Really, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to sound cruel or nothing, but your people took my land over, and the Most High is going to give it back by blood very soon.
Yeah.
Right? But here, read this for the brother real quick.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 42, verse 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
Our people has been robbed and spoiled. Robbed and spoiled. It's so crazy how they going to say that. Call you an illegal, not you per se, but
like
call
anybody.
Mexicans illegal immigrants. Okay, but this is their land.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Read.
They are all of them snared in holes.
We are snared in holes. You ever heard about what they do in California and Chicago, both areas? They do that a lot. They used to drop off containers of guns. Containers of guns. So that we could leave it for the gang members to kill themselves. They put drugs in the community. They put liquor in every hood. Every hood that you live in got liquor stores on every corner. You feel what I'm saying? Read.
They are all of them snared in holes.
Read.
And they are hid in prison houses.
And we are hidden prison. When you go to jails, I don't know if you ever did any time, but who populate the prison cells? These people right here. So-called blacks and Hispanics make up 98%, maybe 99% of the prison population. Everywhere in America. So-called blacks and Hispanics. We populate the prison cells because we're snared in holes. Because they put laws on us that get us locked up. I was locked up for a little while. I did 3 years. I was in there with people that I know for a fact did not even do it. They was just in there because of their complexion. It was because of who they were. They didn't do nothing. There was white people that was in them jails from raping little kids. And you know what they had? Very limited time for raping kids. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
And they are hid in prison houses. They are for prey. And
We
not
are hid in prison houses. We all are prey. They're praying on us. Right? Read.
and none delivered for a spoil. And none
Wherefore spoil you and none deliver. Read.
and none saith restore.
Nobody's trying to restore us to our glory. Because we supposed to be ruling this world. None says, yeah, but we didn't listen. So nobody is trying to restore us to our glory. But here's what we got to do. This is what the Most High said. Give me 2 Chronicles chapter 7 verse, 2 Chronicles 7 verse 14. Chronicles 7 verse 14. Let's see what the Most High says.
This is the book of 2 Chronicles chapter 7 verse 14. If my people which are called by my name,
We are called by the Most High's name. The word Israel in Hebrew is Yashirala, which means he is a prince of God. We are princes of God. God is the king of the world. You know what I'm saying? He's the king of everything. We are his princes. That made us, that's the adoption right there. That made us his children. You know what I'm saying? He named us that. When he changed Jacob's name to Israel. You know what I'm saying? So he said, my people that's called by his name,
shall humble themselves.
we gotta humble ourselves. Because a lot of our people swear they know what's best. Oh, I know what's best for me. I'm just living life right. A lot of people, we hear this all the time. You know what I'm saying? But we can't think like that. We gotta think by how the Most High told us to do. He said, what? Read that from the top.
If my people which are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face.
We gotta humble ourselves, pray, and seek the Most High's face. How you do that? By doing what he says, keeping his Lord's statutes and commandments. Right? Read.
And turn from their wicked ways.
That's how you turn from your wicked ways, by keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments. Right? Read.
Then will I hear from the heavens.
That's when he's gonna start hearing us. Right now, if you're praying and you're wicked, he's not hearing your prayers. He's not hearing your prayers. Hold that for a second real quick. Give me Proverbs 28 verse 9. Proverbs 28 verse 9.
Proverbs 20.
Showing that what I said is true. If you're praying right now and you're wicked, he's not hearing your prayers.
Proverbs 28.
Verse 9.
This is the book of Proverbs chapter 28 verse 9. He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law,
Those that's not keeping the Most High's laws, right? Turn their ear away from hearing it. Read.
even his prayer shall be abomination.
You say your prayer is an abomination. He hates your prayers. And you don't want to keep his laws. You know what I'm saying? That's something serious.
So you gotta do, but
You got to do what he says in order
in
for him
order
to answer
for
your
him to
prayers. Right? Read now. Go back to 2 Chronicles. You got to do what he says for him to answer your prayers. Right? Read.
2 Chronicles chapter
2 Chronicles chapter 7 verse 14.
2 Chronicles chapter 7 verse 14. If my people which are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray.
So we got to humble ourselves, pray, but we already know you can't pray if you're not keeping his commandments. So by you humbling yourself, you're keeping his commandments. You're doing what he's saying. Right? And pray, read,
And seek my face
and seek his face, read,
and turn from their wicked ways.
turn from their wicked ways, read.
Then will I hear from heavens
That's when he's going to listen to us. Right? Read.
and will forgive their sin
Then he's going to forgive our sins. Read.
and will heal their land.
He's going to heal our land. Read.
Now my eyes shall be open and my ears attend unto the prayer that is made in this place.
Read.
For now I have chosen and sanctified this house, that my name may be there forever.
The Most High sanctified us. We talking about the temple, but our people also. He's sanctifying us. His name is with us forever. That will never change. We will always be his people. Always be his people. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. Oh, sorry. Deuteronomy 7, verse 6. We will always be his people.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
We are holy to him. Holy to God means set apart. Where he wants us separate from everybody else. We are holy to him. We,
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people
he chose us to be a special people. We,
unto himself,
unto himself. We,
above all people
above, hear me, right? Above all people.
that are upon the face of the earth.
Most High made us above all people upon the face of the earth. He loves us above all people upon the face of the earth. So why wouldn't we follow what he said? You know what I'm saying? That's what we need to come back to him. Repent, read.
The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people.
Read.
For ye were the fewest of all people.
Read.
But because the Lord loved you, and because he hath kept the oath which he hath sworn unto your fathers.
And you know what? Because our fathers loved the Most High, because he loved them. Because they showed their love by doing what he said. Whenever he told Abraham to do something, Abraham did it. When he told Isaac to do something, Isaac did it. When he told Jacob to do something, Jacob did it. The Most High chose them already, off the rip. You know what I'm saying? Because of that, he would never cast us away. We will always be his people. Always. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta follow what he says. That's the only way we're gonna get what was promised to us. That's the only way we're gonna get that. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12.
There's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10, verse 12. And now Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee?
This is what the Most High requires of us. Read.
But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, to keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes.
That's important. We have to keep the Lord's statutes and commandments of the Most High. Read.
Which I commanded thee this day for thy good.
For thy good. For thy good. You know what I mean? Now, with that being said, today is the Sabbath day. That's why we out here teaching. On the Sabbath day, you're not supposed to cook, shop, or anything like that. You're supposed to dedicate this day to the Most High, and only to the Most High. Do you eat pork? You eat pork? Give me Leviticus 11, verse 7. You eat shellfish? No shellfish? Catfish, shark, eel, catfish. Like, these things you're not supposed to be eating according to the Most High.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 7. And the swine that he divided the hoof.
You know what swine is, right? Swine is pig, it's pork. He says swine, though it divided the hoof, right? We eat it.
And be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you.
Swine is unclean to you. This is the Most High's words. This is one of these laws that he said that we have to keep. It's unclean to you, read.
Of their flesh shall ye not eat,
You're not supposed to eat it, read.
and their carcass shall ye not touch.
That's how disgusting it is. You're not even supposed to touch your body. You see a pack of bacon, you're not supposed to even touch that. You know what I'm saying? Read.
They are unclean to you.
They are unclean. Read.
These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters, whatsoever has fins and scales in the water.
Whatever has fins and scales in the waters. Catfish don't have scales, so you're not supposed to be eating. Sharks don't have scales. Of course, we know shellfish don't have fins or scales. You know what I'm saying? Read.
In the seas and in the rivers, them shall ye eat. And all that have not fins and scales in the sea and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, thou shalt be an abomination unto
He
you.
said all that. Catfish is abomination. That's disgusting to the Most High. See, give me Isaiah 65, verse 1. Okay, do your thing. Do your thing. Matter of fact, let me just read this one real quick thing for you, because it's very important.
65?
Yeah, 66 verse 15 to 17. 15, 16, and 17. Isaiah 66.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 66, verse 6.
Verse 15.
Verse 15.
Come.
For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a
Now,
whirlwind.
this is talking about the day of judgment, right? He's saying the Lord is going to come with fire and chariots like a whirlwind, right? Read.
To render his anger with fury and rebuke with flames of fire.
He's going to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. Showing he's not going to be happy when he comes back. You know what I'm saying? He's angry. Read.
For by the fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh.
Now he's showing you how he's going to plead with the world. Fire and the sword, right? Read.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
The slain is going to be many. Many people will die. You're going to see why many people are going to die. Read.
They that sanctify themselves
Those that sanctify themselves, saying they can do whatever they want. Basically, not following after the Most High. Read.
and purify themselves in the garden,
Read.
behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh.
Eating swine's flesh. So when Christ comes and people's eating swine, pork, they will die. When they're eating catfish, they will die. If he comes back and you got a BLT in your hand, brother, you will die. If you eating a pork chop, some roasted pig or something, you will die. I'm being straight up with you. I'm telling you this because I love you. You know what I'm saying? We here for our people, trying to save our people. When Christ comes and you eating the catfish, you will die. Right? Read on. So I did.
And the abomination and the mouse.
The abomination, anything that he told you not to eat. He told you that things that don't have fins and scales are an abomination. Right?
And the mouse
And the mouse, so people gonna be eating mouse also.
shall be consumed together,
They're
said the
gonna
Lord.
die together, said the Lord. No doubt, I know you gotta get back to work. Read Revelation 22, verse 14.
The book of Revelation 22, chapter 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments.
Blessed are they that do the Most High's commandments. This is the last book of the Bible. Blessed are they that keep his commandments, read,
That they may have right to the tree of life,
that you may survive when Christ comes.
and may
It's like, read, you know,
and may enter through the gates into the city.
so that you can enter into paradise, into that great kingdom of Jerusalem, the New Jerusalem that the Most High promises. It's going to be more beautiful than anything you could imagine. You know what I'm saying? You believe in God, right? You believe it's His word, right? You see, we ain't coming out our own mouth. This is strictly out of the book. You know what I'm saying? We're going to try to be out here the same corner next Saturday, too. Come out here if you can.
If you have any questions, bro, I got your Instagram.
Oh, y'all got it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. That works. So with that, I'm gonna let you rock. Let you go, brother. You know, it's been a pleasure, you heard?
Shalom, bro.
And with that being said, I say death to America, death to all these false doctrines, LDS, Jehovah's Wickedness, all these so-called false doctrines, and peace to my people Israel. Shalom.
Wow.